So let's start with this beautiful recipe of baklava. Now I'm going to make my sugar syrup. So I've taken about 1 cup of sugar and half a cup of water, and I'm going to stir the sugar on a low to medium heat till all of the sugar dissolves. Then I'm going to let the syrup thicken for about 15 to 10 to 15 minutes till it nice and starts to thicken up a bit. Now you have to cook this syrup on a low to medium heat. Now you can see that the water is dropping in segments. But the minute the water starts streaming into a single kind of stream, that means your syrup is ready. So let it cool. This is how it should be, of this consistency. There shouldn't be any gaps when you're pouring it. So our syrup is all ready. Now I'm just going to chop up some pistachios really, really fine. So I've used about half a cup. Now again, I'm going to do the same thing with my almonds. I'm going to chop them really, really fine. Okay, now I'm going to take my puff pastry. I'm going to use altogether about half a kilo of puff pastry, and they come in sheets. So I'm going to cut up each sheet like this into two. I'm going to layer it like this. Then I'm going to, make it into a perfect square. Not exactly a perfect square, but a kind of a square, guys. You get the idea. Cut it up into 4. Again, apply some butter. And again, I'm going to roll this out into a very thin sheet. So this is how I'm giving you a closer look. Just apply butter to the 4 sheets like this. And then roll it up into a square. Now I've buttered up my tray greased it rather with a little butter. So we want the dimension of this square to be of the tray. So once you've rolled it out, smoothen out the edges. And then just lift the pastry like this and lay it over the tray. And then just cut off the excess. So this was a team effort. Me and my husband Abhijit were both doing it together. And then again brush it with a little bit of butter. And you're going to do this for 3 layers, okay? 3 layers are going to be in this way. It is a little bit of effort, guys, but the end result is really, you want to make it all the time. And this is definitely not for the people, the faint-hearted and the health-conscious, because it's got a lot of butter. But you can have this once in a way, guys. It's okay to have something like this once in a way. So after you finish with 3 layers, we're going to butter the top layer. And then we're going to put all of the pistachios and the almonds. See that they're really finely chopped, guys. Now I've used ready-made puff pastry. So this is how it looks. And then I'm going to repeat this with another 2 layers of the puff pastry, doing the same thing as I showed you all before, buttering it in between and then again putting it on top. And then now the final layer, we're going to brush it with a butter. This is the final. So altogether we have 5 layers. And then we're going to cut them up into even size squares like this. Now preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to pour the remaining butter and I'm going to bake this for 10 minutes on the lower rack, and then again I'm going to shift it to the middle rack. So each oven is different, so it might take you 10 minutes, it might take you 15 minutes. Just keep an eye. The minute it starts to become golden brown, you know that your baklava is ready. So it took me exactly 20 minutes. 10 minutes on the lower rack and 10 minutes on the middle rack. And you can actually see it fluffing up like this. And then, after some time, it just starts turning beautiful and, it becomes golden brown in color. So once that is done, just take it out of the oven. Oh my God, the aroma in my kitchen is heavenly. You can see how beautifully it's baked. And now what you're going to do is just pour the thick sugar syrup all over it. And that's it, guys. Your baklava is ready. So the minute it's at room temperature and you're able to cut it out of the tray, just dig into it It's seriously little pieces of heaven. So you can make this, once in a way and really enjoy this treat. Hope you try out this recipe, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. Okay friends, so today I'm going to share with you my eggless puff pastry which has no butter in it either. So here I have 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour or maida. We're going to use just a pinch of salt, 2 tablespoons of clarified butter, and 1/4 cup of water. Now I'm just going to empty the flour onto my work surface, and I'm going to add a pinch of salt, and then I'm going to add the clarified butter or the ghee into the flour, and then with my fingertips I'm just going to let all of the ghee get really into the maida till it starts to resemble breadcrumbs. So this should take you about 3 whole minutes, but do this process. It's very important to get that lovely light puff pastry. And now you can see that all of the ghee has got into the maida. Now you're just going to add a little water at a time, and you're going to knead this into a nice firm yet elastic dough. So it shouldn't be a soggy dough, it shouldn't be a very dry dough. It should be a real soft dough and very elastic. So take your time with it and keep kneading it really well till it becomes really nice and soft. And then you're just going to set it aside and let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now in the meantime, you're going to prepare a mixture of 1/2 cup of corn flour and 1/4 cup of clarified butter or ghee. And you're going to mix this really well using a whisk or a fork till it becomes very light and creamy. So this took me about 5 minutes, but this is also very important. And now I'm going to dust my work surface with some flour, and I'm going to roll out the dough, and I'm going to cut it up into exactly 6 pieces. 6 portions, and we're going to really knead this well till it forms nice smooth balls. So this is an eggless recipe. It has no butter at all, so it just has clarified butter. So once the balls are ready, again you're going to dust a little bit of flour on your work surface, and you're going to roll out each of these 6 balls into very thin sheets like this, or rotis. And since it's very elastic, it's very easy to work with. It has a different consistency, so roll all of these 6 sheets and just keep them aside. Now I'm going to put a little bit of that corn flour and ghee mixture that we prepared. Rub it all over the sheet really well to all of the corners. And then you're going to place one of the other sheet on top of it and just bring it to the same shape. Now you can roll all your sheets out, or like I am doing, I'm rolling one at a time, and because of the space. And then again I'm going to add a little more of that corn flour and ghee mixture, spread it out, and then take those 2 sheets, place it on top, and then again roll it till they all come together. So in this way we're going to repeat the process till we are done with all of the 6 sheets. So now we're done with all of the 6 sheets. So now just put the remaining paste on top of this, on top of the topmost sheet, and then just fold it up like this. And then you're just going to roll it out as flat as possible. That way all the sheets have come together. And then you're just going to roll it out into a big sheet like this as much as you can. And it's so elastic. Once you make this, you'll realize how easy this is to work with. And then just fold it in this manner. And your puff pastry is ready. You can put it into a nice plastic foil or cling wrap and keep it in your refrigerator and use it whenever you want to. I'll list all the recipes that I've used my puff pastry for in the description box below. So I hope you enjoyed this short and sweet recipe. I'll come up with some more recipes this week, so keep tuned to Akshita's recipes. If you haven't subscribed, then hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell once you've subscribed and click all. That way whenever I put up a recipe, you'll get a message for the same. Do visit my channel. I'll leave a link to my channel below. I have more than 800 recipes, so you can go to my homepage and check out the playlist, which I've segregated all the recipes into different criterias. And thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I'll catch you soon in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.